So I started off the new year doing my full morning routine and then studying. I wanted to get a head start on the winter semester, so I began my readings early. I'm pretty proud because at the time of this recording, Monday the 8th, I am actually busy reading week 4 readings, and it's only week 1. So I figured if I'm ahead at the beginning of the semester, by the end of the semester, where I'm usually late, because I was ahead, I'll be on time. Anyways, I'm doing my best to try set up this semester for success, given that it is my last semester of my undergraduate degree, which is equal parts exciting and terrifying. In this video, you see me underlining a lot of stuff. It's just the way I read my course readings. I import the PDF into Notability and I underline each sentence in a different color, and it just helps me keep track of where I am in the reading and not get too lost in the big mass of text. After studying, or like not after studying, but in my study breaks, I did some cross-stitching. I study in Pomodoro fashion, so 45 minutes on, 15 minutes off. The cross-stitch I'm working on in this video is actually a cross-stitch inspired by a TV show called Our Flag Means Death, and I made it for my friend and roommate Clara. I gave it to her yesterday when we both came back up to Peterborough for the new semester, and she really loved it, which I'm very glad she did because it took a lot of work. It was quite a big cross stitch, and deceivingly so, because it's made up of lots of small little elements. And so I thought I'd been working on it for a week, but I guess I'd been working on it for much longer if this was on the 1st and I'd already gotten that much done. So this cross stitch probably took about 2 weeks to make. Yeah, long time. I walked to the shop. We live very close to a mall, so I walked to the shop to get some notebooks. I'm trying to shop less at Indigo, but unfortunately everywhere else was closed, and I really wanted the notebooks that day, so I just walked over and got them. I like to get the moleskin notebooks because when I'm planning on using the same notebook for a long time, or I know that I'm going to use have a lot of content in the notebook, I want a notebook brand that's reliable, that I know the size is going to be around for a long time. Here you can see me unpack the notebooks. I'm reaching for my bag that I hooked on the What a silly clip to include. Why didn't I just cut that out in the editing process? Anyways, I'm doing some Rebel Badge challenges, which are like merit badges for adults, and I wanted a book sort of to track all my progress in, because I'm currently pursuing 3 annual badges, so for the whole of 2024, 1 quarterly badge, so from January to March, and the quarterly badge prompts you to complete 3 general badges, and then 4 general badges, and there's also a monthly badge for January. So there's a lot of activities going on, and I wanted to track them all in one place. I'll definitely want to make a video about my experience with the Rebel badges. But I'm trying to keep a light video schedule while I'm still studying, because this semester, like I said, is my last semester. I really want to focus. I really just want to work hard, keep at what is most important, which is my schoolwork, and let the rest fall into place as it may. So in this clip, I just unpacked the notebook, and then I'm looking for my favorite pens, so I can start recording. I also made some cute trackers later in the week, and printed them out so that I could track my habits that way. I did use some trackers that I got from Megan Rhiannon's Patreon. She's a Welsh artist that I really like. She also makes videos on YouTube called The Attic Archives, and I really like that style. Not saying I'm trying to emulate it, but definitely I'm inspired by that kind of the little snippets of life, or what I like to call unintrusive vlogging, which is where you just vlog your life as you're living it without trying to make it a performance or such. I really like that style. So that's kind of what I'm trying to achieve here. So I just prop my phone up, press record, and then do my thing without worrying too much about who's talking in the background, what you can see, is the angle right, blah blah blah. And I like recording moments that way. In the evening, we had some leftover ice cream from Christmas. And then, what did I do after that? Oh yeah, I kind of just chilled. I talked badges with my mom. She's also going to join me on the Rebel Badge adventure, on these quarterly badges and stuff, because there were some of the challenges that appealed to her. And then I made some pesto pasta for supper. A very easy supper to pull together. Here I'm chopping up an onion, but you just chop an onion, fry the onion, fry some garlic, fry some bacon, and then cook your pasta. And then once your sauce is cooked, once your pasta is cooked, just add some, what is it called? Oh my gosh, pesto. Just add some pesto into the sauce, mix it all together, and there you go, you've got your pesto pasta. So definitely an easy meal. Later in the week, on Sunday actually, I cook some soup. I have this cookbook called One Pot, One Pan, One Planet, and it's got lots of nice recipes, but they're all very elaborate, so it's also nice to have some recipes on hand that are a bit more chill, low-key, like not a lot of work to put together, and not a lot of ingredients either. Like I said, we also add tomatoes to our pesto sauce. So onion, garlic, bacon, tomatoes. Once all the cherry tomatoes have kind of like popped, and the juice is all in the sauce, then your sauce is ready. Then you just add your pesto. Don't cook your pesto because you don't want the pesto to burn, then it'll be kind of bitter. So you take your pan off the heat and then mix the pesto in, and we kind of just sometimes we'll mix the pasta and the pesto together. It's just easy to dish up that way. Other times we'll just not do that. One thing I am looking forward to is cooking a bit more. Again, this semester is really busy, and so I won't have a lot of time to cook. So I am looking forward to coming home when I move home at the end of the academic year and cooking, and I'll be able to cook for 4 people at a time, which is good because the recipe book that I have that I want to cook my way through caters to cooking for larger groups of people and not just one person. So I don't either have like a lot of leftovers, or I like half the recipe, but then it's like you can't find halves of some things, or I don't know. I'm just looking forward to really getting my chef on, and getting comfortable in the kitchen. It's definitely something that I'm looking forward to in post-grad life. I was talking today to one of my roommates about how we can't really fathom graduating, so I'm trying to make a note of the things that I am looking forward to when I graduate, so that I don't have this big post-grad existential crisis, and I can have some solid foundations on which to just continue living my life. Because as we move into 2024, I feel like my year is really split in half, and the one half is that I'm still studying and still a student, but hopefully, cross your fingers everyone, I will graduate in June, and that means I'll have a whole different life than I've lived the past 5 years. So that's really something to not reckon with, but get used to like trying to visualize for me. So I've been slowly moving stuff back from my room here to my room back home, so that when I do move back home, like it isn't a big abrupt change. It's one that I kind of have anticipated coming, and so my room is familiar. It's definitely going to be an adjustment, but it's one that I can hopefully look forward to. And I ended the night with some hot chocolate. So on Tuesday, midway through my morning routine, I had to walk over to the grocery store so that I could go get milk, because we had run out of milk. So I went with my little tote bag that my friend Serena got me, and I went to the shop and I got some milk, and then I came home and I made my cereal, because lately I've really been loving cereal. We usually get junk cereal around Christmas time as like a little treat, and since this Christmas I've been in my cereal era, so now I eat cereal for the morning, in the morning for breakfast. I did some more planning work on my Rebel badges, deciding what badges to do, deciding which clauses to do. The annual badges I'm doing are 52 books in a year, self-explanatory. Rebel with a cause, which is I defined as do something to contribute to justice every week, something to make the world a better place. And then more time outdoors, I want to intentionally go outside, spend time outside, at least once a week. So those are my annual badges. Then the quarterly badge, the Kickstart one, included writing a list of 12 goals and pursuing 4 of them, as well as completing 4 other badges. And then the January badge had a lot of different clauses that you could pick from. So where's my little notebook? I will read to you what habits I'm trying to pursue. So the 4 goals for the Kickstart 2024 quarterly badge that I'm pursuing are study every day, make monthly vlogs, talk to my friends weekly, and send at least 1 letter per month. So for study every day, obviously I need to study every day while I am studying my degree, but even after I graduate, I don't want to stop learning. And one thing I would really like to do is get my French level certification, so I know what level of fluency I am with French, because I would say I'm conversational, but I don't have like a grade. There's grades of like there's standards of certification that you could say I am like a C1, and people know what that means. So I want to study French, so even after I graduate, there's still like lots of studying to do, because learning never stops. And then talk to my friends weekly. I am very prone not to reply to messages, and I would like to make a list of all the people I love, and every week check on that list. Is there anyone I didn't talk to? And if I didn't talk to them, send them a message, reach out, reply, especially now that I'm transitioning out of my university chapter into like my real world, I guess, chapter. I made so many friends that I don't want to lose. And so I'm trying to implement different structures that will help me keep in touch with them. Send 1 letter per month. Again, I have, especially my friend Karu, we like to send letters to each other. And my aunt and my grandparents who live in Northern Ireland, I sent them letters, so I want to make that a habit and make monthly vlogs. I just like to record my life. It makes me really happy. On Tuesday, Leo and I actually headed up to Peterborough because I had work on Tuesday evening and Wednesday evening, and Leo came with because I was just going up for the 2 days, so we made it a little sibling getaway. And I'm trying to read more. Obviously I'm trying to pursue that 52 books in a year goal, so I'm decided that I'm going to read while I'm on the bus, since I do spend a lot of time on buses, going to school every day, and obviously commuting between Richmond Hill and Peterborough. So I thought the bus is free time for me to read on, so my mom got me loop headphones for Christmas, and they make reading on the bus really nice because it kind of blocks out all the bus drones and noise, especially on the Go bus where there's always the announcements. So I've been finding those very useful to wear while reading, and luckily I don't get motion sick. On Wednesday, Leo and I were still in Peterborough. I had work in the evening, but we kind of had we didn't have the whole morning because we both slept in. I had meant to get up early and do a little studying while they slept in, but then we both slept in because it was just so comfy in my bed. And then we decided to visit Riverview Park and Zoo. Riverview Park and Zoo is the only free accredited zoo in Canada. And it's just really cute. It's not big, but it's adorable. So this is a baby yak. I think he's about 6 months, just over 6 months now. So freaking cute. All the videos are muted, so you don't have the kind of outdoor drone in the background, but we're just oohing and ahhing at all the animals. That's a Sichuan takin. They're very cute, very medieval looking. That's a lynx. His paws are just so adorable, and his little ear fluffs on his ears. All around the zoo they have obviously information about the animals, and it's kind of nice going to the Riverview Park and Zoo because they're not profiting off of the animals because it's free access. So it kind of, you don't feel like they're on, they're obviously displayed, but they're not up for show. There's some turkeys, but like I was saying, it doesn't feel sinister or insidious. It just feels like they randomly have a collection of animals, like these caribou, and they all seem really, really chuffed and really happy. And these are the Barbary sheep. I always call them goats, but they are not. They are sheep. Because I always round, by the enclosure, I always walk around and then I see the sign that says they're sheep, and I'm like, oh my gosh, they're sheep. These are the Bactrian camels, the 2-hump camels. I think they're my mom's favorite. At the zoo, they've got so much character and so much swagger. I don't know if I capture it in this clip. I'll have to keep watching. I'm recording this voiceover while I watch the video, but we were laughing because one of the camels was having enrichment time with a log, and he was just chowing down. Oh yeah, he was just chowing down on that log. He was having the time of his life, just munching away. It was very cute. Leo thought it was very funny. Oh my gosh, I always forget what those are called. They're like little piggies. They're so cute, and honestly all the animals in the zoo are cute. I'm basically just oohing and ahhing in the voiceover now. We originally walked past this enclosure and thought it was empty, and then it just proves that the camouflage is really good because all the monkeys revealed themselves. There's a serval and his big tortoise friend going under the light to get some warmth. It wasn't that cold of a day because it is all outside. This is an emu, and there's also a wallaby in this enclosure, but we think that he was inside the little hut because it wasn't that chilly of a day, but obviously if you spend your whole life outside, you don't want to be outside when you could be inside nice and cozy and warm. We visited the zoo on my birthday, the 6th of December as well. So it hadn't been very long since I was at the zoo, but last time we came, Paige, my sister, really loved the meerkats. They're very cute too. They also have a lot of character and charm. Leo and I actually visited the zoo a while ago, probably 2022 in summer. That's an axolotl or axolot. And we saw the hens, the pea chicks, when they were just babies. And so to see all the pea fowl growing up was very cool. And then they have a barnyard section they have chickens, they have guinea fowl as well, which we think is very funny because they're very like common birds in South Africa. They are adorable. I have a tattoo of one. And then the alpacas that used to live at Trent and now live at the zoo. By some stroke of luck, Leo was awake early on Thursday morning. We both just had woken up really early. And so we took an earlier bus home, so we'd be home just before 11. I accidentally left my book that I was reading at Trent, so I couldn't read the whole bus ride. I did some studying, and then I did more studying when I got home. All this studying accumulates to why I'm so ahead with my readings. But it gave me something to do. I like having the structure of studying. And Mouse always in the afternoon hops onto my desk and just lies there and studies with me, which I think is so cute. On Friday, I think I'd picked up some bigger moleskins from Desairs, an art store that Paige works at, and I printed off some archive labels from Megan Rhiannon, who I was talking about, and I stuck them on because I have these things, I call them memory books, but basically each of these moleskin notebooks has 60 pages in, so that's, if you're doing a page per day per month, that fits 2 months in. So I had 6 books for the whole year that I stuck all the papers that I collect, so receipts, pamphlets, brochures, postcards, because I'm a sentimental hoarder, and they fill up the books really nicely, and then I wanted to archive them, and I thought those archive labels would be really cute. I don't know if I actually ever show a picture of what they look like in this video clip, but they do look very cute, especially all 6 of them stacked up, and then I go put them in the bookshelf because while I'm trying to move all my stuff back, I have a lot of things, like a lot of papers just lying around, and so I'm trying to get my paper sorting system organized. I also did obviously some more studying on Friday, old news by now, underlining every sentence. That's just the way I do it. I like the classes I have this semester. 2 of them are about immigration and one of them is about citizenship, so they overlap a bit, which is it is nice because you can draw connections between all your different readings and what you're studying, and just see things from different angles. One of them's they're all pretty much cross-listed between international development studies, political studies, and sociology, but it's nice from different professors, different points of views, different focuses, to see the same issue cast in different lights. That's something I really enjoy about what I study. For context, I'm doing a Bachelor of Arts Honours in International Development Studies and Sociology with an option in Legal Studies. I was once asked what International Development Studies is, and I kind of short-circuited. It's very hard to explain, but it's an interdisciplinary field of study where we sort of historically analyze colonialism, capitalism, inequality. I would say broadly it's the study of global inequality, but just of globalization, of movement, migration, people, countries, organizations. It's it's really all-encompassing and very, very present. Like, a lot of people sort of look down upon humanities, liberal arts, social science, but then this is what people are talking about. This is what everyone sort of has a stake in what I study. So yeah, it's interesting. I'm in my 5th year and still trying to figure out how best to describe my major. I believe on Saturday we had run out of milk again. So Paige and I got coffee at the Danish Coffee Roasters. She actually bought me that coffee, and then while she was walking to work, I walked to the grocery store to go get more milk, because we go through milk very quickly apparently. I'm still in this clip finishing up Clara's cross-stitch gift. I watched a lot of Stardew streams. I like Gemini Tay's Stardew Valley VODs. I don't watch them when she streams on Twitch, but I do watch them when she releases them on YouTube. I could start watching them on Twitch, but then I would have missed a bunch because she's a little late uploading the VODs. And I like watching them on YouTube on demand anyways. Another series I've been watching is Cozy K's Let's Play. She just released the 151st episode of her Let's Play, and I just started watching it, so I know I have a long way to go. But it's just a cozy game. It's so cute, and I don't know a lot about Stardew Valley, so it's nice watching people play through the game, because then I learn kind of the hidden Easter eggs and strategies and technologies and such of the game. Then I made potato bake with my mom. I never took a clip of the finished potato bake, but I can assure you that it was most delicious. We have reached Sunday, the last day of the week. I went to the mall with my mom. We were looking for a few pieces, and then we went to Desairs to pick up the framed cross-stitch. Paige framed the cross-stitch I made for Clara. And then in the afternoon, my dad drove me, my suitcase, my boxes back to try and... The boxes weren't full of stuff. Most of the boxes were empty because I'm trying to move stuff back home. After I had gotten home, I went to the shop to buy some soup ingredients, because usually I would eat at Freshie because I get my Happy Staff discount, but Freshie is closed on Sundays, so I decided one day a week I will cook a recipe from my cookbook, so I'm still getting that fun cooking in, and it's on the end of the week on a Sunday where it's kind of slow, so it's not like it's really taking time away from anything else. And I made this delicious corn and cauliflower chowder. It is to die for. Honestly, it is so good. You chop up a leek, some garlic, coconut milk, corn, cauliflower, vegetable stock. That all boils up. Then I put it in a blender. It calls for a little extra water, but I honestly don't put the water in, because if you don't, it's this beautiful, thick, creamy soup. There it is, topped with peanuts, basil, and a little fried spring onion, green chili, corn. It is so good.